YouTube and all over the world to everybody from 10 a.m. right now to 2 p.m. So if you're not here at the Manoa Experience, get your butt over here because we want to see you at the College of Social Sciences booth. So I'm going to go over to Topher, who is... Hey Topher. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So how are we doing the live stream today?
So we're live streaming through our Snake Studio back in this corner. It's going to YouTube Live, and we have the switcher over here. But we're still currently, we have a little bit of bugs in one of the cameras, but we're working through it.
What do you do for the College of Social Sciences?
I help volunteer my time because I'm a Sony representative, and you guys are all using Sony equipment.
Awesome. Do you have any questions for Topher?
I don't really have any questions, but it's nice to see you here, Topher.
Thank you. Are you going over to College of Social Sciences?
Hey, and see some people, all right?
So we're going to go over to Women's Studies and talk to them. So as you can see, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of high schools here. I'm not sure which high schools, but I'm sure we'll find out. And right now we're going to talk to Women's Studies to see what's up about them. And yeah, let's do it. Hi, you guys ready?
We can.
Okay. So I'm Jordan.
I'm Ginny.
Ginny.
Vivian.
Vivian, nice to meet you guys. So how are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you? Good.
I'm great. So can you tell me a little bit about Women's Studies and what the major kind of entails?
Yeah, so we have a lot of classes, just basically from anything from feminism to all of the biology and even dabbling into ethnic studies. So it kind of encompasses a lot of things. We offer obviously majors and certificates.
I have somebody I'm at Women's Studies right now.
Yeah, I know. That's right. We can just shoot that. Oh, that's good.
Your friends will hear you.
Say what's happening. If you don't need to be standing here, move out of the way. Okay, what's going on? This is fine. Okay.
Here's the thing. You've got someone? All right, get ready to go live. In 3. What's up, man? 3. Yeah. So, this is not a question. Whoa. I don't want it to regret.
We've got candy for people who want it. We've got flyers about the BA program and Bachelor of Science program as well. And we have a game.
Test your knowledge.
And that's about it.
That's awesome. So there's a lot of information right here. Why should people enroll in the psychology department?
Well, I think we're the biggest program almost at the university, maybe second behind the biological sciences. But the psychology degree can give you just tons of options moving forward, whether you want to go right into private industry or just as a stepping stone to get to graduate school, or any type of graduate school, really, from medical school to law school to pharmaceutical school, and of course psychology graduate school. So it's an excellent program. You learn a lot, and you learn how to think about things, not necessarily just about in one specific way. So it's great. I really recommend it.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like it really opens up people's horizons. So, thank you so much. It was nice meeting you guys.
You too.
You're welcome.
Bye. Have a fun day. Okay. So.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, and we're here with the Women's Studies. We're here with the Women's Studies booth, and we're here to talk to them. All right, hi, I'm Jordan.
Hi, Ginny.
Ginny.
Penny.
Penny.
Hi.
Vivian. All right, so I'm just going to ask you guys a couple questions about women's studies, and it'll be cool. Yeah. So, what exactly does women's studies entail for people who aren't really familiar with women's studies?
Women's Studies centers all the stories around women's lives. So we look at history through the stories and the narratives of women who have made an incredible impact on society. We look at art and music and dance. We look at psychology. We look at mathematics, at oceanography, all of these disciplines, right? And we're able to center women's stories and children's stories. And so oftentimes our students are so surprised at all of these incredible women that we meet and we journey with together.
That's beautiful. Do you know what kind of careers people can expect coming into women's studies?
Oh man, it's endless. It really is endless. Gender and sexuality is really the hot employment topic and credential that employers are looking for today. Title IX, we've all heard about what's happening with Title IX across the country. So if you have this credential that shows that you have a background in gender and sexuality, it just creates a CV or it creates a resume that is so rich. And employers in any industry, law, medicine, education, all areas, music, art, everything, oceanography are interested in our students who are graduating with critical thinking skills. They're graduating with the ability to write and to speak in public, critically and analytically, and with passion.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for talking to us, and we're going to go see what Blake is up to over there. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you.
Well, I'm pretty much working, but I'm working at like the College of Social Science. If everyone could just come over here, it'd be great. We have some good food over here, or snacks, and then we also have some games over here. We can actually win a bag. Here, let me show you. So pretty much like a little tote bag, reusable bag, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
That's awesome. So what's the game about?
So the game is actually a matching game. So we have a bunch of celebrities who actually studied and majored in social science. So we match the social science to the celebrity. It's actually a pretty hard game, not gonna lie.
Wow, that looks like a really hard game. What are some celebrities that have been?
So yeah, we have Amy Poehler right over here, and then Brad Pitt, Lionel Richie, Regis too. And then even like Angela Bassett and all that fun stuff. But yeah, you wouldn't be, but you'd just be surprised what they major in, especially.
Yeah, so it looks like you should major in the College of Social Sciences. These amazing celebrities. I mean, Brad Pitt, Amy Poehler.
Exactly.
I love Amy Poehler.
Oh yeah, Amy
Ever seen
Poehler.
Parks and Rec?
Oh, that is my favorite show.
Me too.
Oh my
Me
God.
too. That is the best. Okay, well, it was awesome interviewing you. So I hope you have fun today.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, let's go over here.
Expanding knowledge,
See.
empowering others, and standing up for positive change. We are molding young minds.
Okay, so now we're gonna go over to Jordan.
Equality, effort, and building communities.
See who else we can talk to? Hi, we're here at the Ethnic Studies booth, and I'm here with Monisha. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
That's great. So we're here in front of the Ethnic Studies. I think the appropriate question would be, what is Ethnic Studies?
Yeah, ethnic studies studies the race and ethnic relations in the U.S., in Hawaii, and across the world. So we study how people's ethnic identities develop, and also and politics is organized around race and ethnicity. Are the department is that we engage with our base in Oceania. It's a huge ocean and we are all connected as islands. So we are not remote. We are in many ways the places where cultures thrive and people migrate and indigenous people's struggles are very, very vibrant. So we are also a very engaged department. So our classroom learning doesn't end with sitting in classrooms. We send our students out to very many community partners.
Do I look okay? Do I look okay?
Been on the ground with the people.
And where are you from?
California.
Whereabouts?
It's like Orange County area, near Irvine.
Are you thinking about coming to the University of Hawaii?
I don't know, maybe.
Do you like it here?
It's pretty cool. It's like a nice campus already, just from what I've seen. So.
Would you be interested in being a reporter or a writer or something?
Maybe a writer. I was potentially thinking about that, but like I'm not sure yet. So.
Yeah, you like to write? Is it language arts?
Thanks for like short stories or something like that. So I'm not sure.
Oh, that's cool. So maybe like film.
Maybe. I don't know.
That would be cool. Well, we're so excited to have you here today. We really hope that you consider the University of Hawaii at Manoa.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye Noah. Thank you so much. Okay, so where is Jordan?
Social sciences is shaping.
Can I go over to Jordan now?
Exploring new horizons.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Sky.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually not even going to school here. I'm doing this college visit with my little brother Roman. Yeah, so he's going to. What's this video for?
Well, we're doing a live stream.
Okay. Where's it going?
YouTube.
Okay. Cool. Well, hey YouTube.
Thank you. Have fun today.
Thanks. We will.
So, are you, oh. Okay, so we're gonna go to Jordan right now. Sorry.
Okay.
Right here. Right here. But are you a senior?
Yeah.
Where do you go to school?
Colorado.
Me too. Where?
Prospective.
Oh, cool. I'm from Highlands Ranch.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, I live in Denver. I used to. I'm moving to Fresno.
You guys, really quick? Okay. All right, and we're here at the interactive activity here at the communications booth, and I am here with, what are your names?
Esteban.
Nice to meet you guys. What high school are you guys from?
School of Communication.
All right, cool. And what do you guys, like, how do you guys feel about being here so far? That's great. Are you guys planning on coming here to UH Manoa? Sorry, that's okay. All right. Thank you for talking to me. Anything you want to say to anyone watching? Okay. You're good. All right. Cool. Thank you.
I don't know. What is it? No.
White chai. Okay. So I'm here with, what are your names? Casey?
I'm Davina. I'm Ailey. I'm Lindsay.
Are you guys from friends over there? That's cool. How do you guys feel about being here today?
Good. It's a good experience.
Did you guys already do the activity, or? Oh, she didn't start. You didn't. Okay, didn't start yet. Yeah, well, this is like a fun thing that journalism students do, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll leave you guys alone. Thank you. And now we're gonna cut to the 10 cam that is showing footage of the overhead of the UH Manoa Experience.
Good stuff.
Hi, it's Blake here at the Manoa Experience, and I'm here with Julian Gorbach. Julian, what are you doing here today?
Well, I'm trying to talk to prospective students, high schoolers, and the like about our journalism program. Hopefully spark their interest, inspire their interest, or encourage their interest.
That's awesome. So, what class do you teach here at the university?
I teach journalism skills classes and classes on media history and classes on media in general. Teach news literacy, an introduction to news writing. I've taught multimedia. I'll end up teaching probably our capstone, and I teach our graduate students how to study media.
That's awesome. So why should students, like high school students, come here and be a journalism major?
Well, I mean, our society, on a certain level, our society needs journalists. We need to foster an informed and engaged discussion among the people about what's going on, and we need to expose the truth about what's going on to the people so that they can make informed judgments about their leadership, and they can also hold both the politicians and the companies and everybody else in our society accountable. And then also because there's the big creative side to producing journalism. There's a lot of our students who want to learn how to be storytellers. And so both the creative and the kind of making a difference mission are both equally important.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm a journalism major, but that's great. Okay, so we're going to go over to Jordan. Thank you, Julian.
Thank you.
Hi, and we're here with the Access Engagement Kuleana program. My name is Jordan. What's your name?
I'm Ula Asada. I'm Director for Civic Engagement for the College of Social Sciences.
That's great. So can you tell me a little bit about this program of Access Engagement?
Yeah. Access Engagement is part of the bigger Access department, which stands for Advising Civic and Community Engagement in the Social Sciences. So I'm leading the engagement component, which is primarily a way of connecting students with the communities as part of their academic learning. So it's not volunteerism in that sense. It's part of your academic learning that you work in the community. The experiences in the community goes back into the classroom and enhances the class learning. And what you learn in class, you apply in the community. It's a so-called high-impact practice. So it's one of the best ways to learn. We are running a large number of programs aside from placing students individually. We also have classes. Our big promotion right now is our internships. We are developing a long list of internship partners and connecting students with those partners. We have a class called SOX 489, if you're not familiar with SOX, the General Social Sciences courses. So SOX 489 is the way we're doing internships. They can be paid, unpaid, with non-profits or for-profits. We're very open to all kinds of business doing.
That's really great. Thank you for talking to me.
I need to explain service learning also.
Oh. But we have to cut, so yeah. Thank you for talking to me. I hope you have a good day.
All right. Thank you, you too.
And now we're going to go over to Blake because she has someone else to interview and she found someone else.
It's Blake here again at Manoa Experience, and I'm here with Morgan. Morgan, what brings you here today?
Just touring the campus. I really want to come here, so.
Are you a senior?
I'm a junior.
Oh wow, so you're getting it ready already. So what makes you interested in the University of Hawaii?
Mainly the water polo department, and then psychology I heard is a good department here. That's my major.
Oh wow, yeah, psychology is right over there in the College of Social Sciences. Have you visited it yet?
I have.
Nice. What do you like about psychology?
I want to go more law route with it, so I just want to be able to know why people do things, kind of study the brain on if you're a criminal, why do you do it?
That's really interesting. I really like that. Do you like crime shows?
I do.
I do too. That's awesome. Well, where are you from?
California.
Where about?
Orange County, like the Tustin area.
Oh, I just met some other senior coming, who wants to come here. That's from the same area, but you know, a lot of California students come here. From Washington and Oregon, so you'll see that if you come here. But so, do you have any other schools you're thinking about?
Yeah, like Arizona, ASU.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have fun. And now we can go back to the tour.
I'm thinking about going to school here next year, so I just want to check it out, see if it's something I'd be interested in.
Oh, that's awesome. So where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Awesome. So what are you thinking about majoring in?
Economics and marketing.
Wow. So do you like this whole social sciences type deal?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not sure what it was at, so I just want to check it out. See if it's something I might be interested in.
Oh, terrific. So are you having fun today? What have you done so far?
We kind of just got here, but walked around trying to see if like campus. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, and the weather is amazing. Well, awesome. I hope you have a great experience today.
Thank you.
Thanks. Let's go back to Georgia and see where he's at.
Check out our live streaming.
Archaeology. How are you doing today? I'm good. Talking about Hawaii, where exactly could you use an archaeological degree?
In Hawaii, we have a big private sector, so anytime that there is development, state or federally permitted, archaeologists have to go in to make sure, check for any cultural properties, they'll check for any archaeology that gets done is actually associated with those types of issues. In addition to that, you have the national parks and state parks that employ archaeologists quite frequently. There is a broad job market for those particular majors in the state today.
That's really cool. Well, thank you for talking to me for a little short time. And now we're going to pass to Blake.
I'm with ethnic studies.
That's awesome. So, what do you do for the department?
I'm a graduate assistant and also an instructor. I help out a little bit with history, I help with training programs, and also teach classes.
What type of classes do you teach?
This semester I'm teaching the ethnic studies period 350, which is economic change in white people. Looking at how the economy has changed, how it's brought new people to the island, how they struggle to get a better life, and things are.
Oh, wow, that sounds really amazing and eye-opening. So, what's your favorite part about the department?
I like that ethnic studies in social justice. So it's not only enough to understand the conditions of the world and why it's the way it is, but it's also about like how do we change it? How do we become agents of making the world a better place?
That's amazing. So, so do a lot of people in ethnic studies do a lot of humanitarian work and things like that?
Exactly. So one of the big things we promote is service learning. So we feel that the best way to learn a subject is to be engaged in the community where you apply that knowledge to try to actually
social justice. We are breaking barriers, expanding knowledge, empowering others, and standing up for positive change. We are molding young minds, bridging working for peace, encouraging equality, and building communities. We are the faces of the future. We are the College of Social Sciences.
Hi, and I'm Jordan. I'm here with.
I'm a Lenny.
How you guys doing today?
Thank you.
Pretty good. And what do you guys passing out?
We have some softball.
Yeah,
and we're two of the College of Social Sciences ambassadors.
And what is ambassadors for the social science?
Basically, we're just a student who helps out all the faculty and helps with things like promotion, like this event. And also, one thing we're trying to promote specifically is the
Manoa political internships. It's a great opportunity to network, and it looks really good on your resume, and you also get a stipend.
That's really neat. I'm sure. I hope you guys get a lot of people to sign up. And are you guys students?
Yes, I'm a junior.
What are you guys part of the social science too? Or?
Yes, I'm a communications major.
I'm political science.
Nice. And are you guys enjoying the day so far?
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice day.
And yeah, so I guess
Come see us for popcorn.
yeah, if you want any popcorn, you can grab it from them right here. They're going to be right here in front of the hospitality booth. The social sciences booth right here at the University of Hawaii at Manoa at the Manoa Experience. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
And then I guess now, if we look this way, if we look over here, this is going to be the social sciences booths. And now we're going to pass to Blake, and thank you for watching my segment.
It's Blake here again at the Manoa Experience, and I'm here with two communications professors. What are your guys' names?
So my name is Dr. Kelly Bergstrom, and I have a PhD in video games.
Wow! Wait, really?
Yes.
Wait, not communications?
Well, I am a communication professor, but I study video games.
Wow, that's amazing. So do you study like the animation of them, or like what they do to people's brains?
All of that. I study why people play. Right now I'm looking at why people quit playing games. So I'm really interested in people's leisure time, and so we're at this really interesting point where we're talking about games right now where we're past the point where it's like moral panic, playing video games is going to rot your brains. It's like, oh, well, maybe playing video games will actually increase your like pro-social skills and like increase empathy and teach you about things that you won't necessarily see, and they're interactive narratives, so they make you feel really deeply about things when you're the one making the choices. So I'm interested in what happens in people's lives that they can't play games anymore. Sorry, I stole the show. I don't mind sharing.
No, that's really cool. I haven't met anybody that studies video games, so that's awesome. Yeah. And what's your name and what do you teach?
I'm Jennifer Winter. I teach broadly in the area of communication technologies, including communication technology ethics and also the future of communication technologies. Things like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data, how those are creating a variety of social and policy challenges. And it's very, very exciting. I wasn't quite as enthusiastic as Kelly, but just trust me.
Yeah, so...
If you take my class, you'll be very happy.
So what class is it again?
The class I'm teaching at the undergrad level right now is the capstone in communication and ICT and policy. And so that is actually like a senior thesis project, one of the 4 areas in the School of Comms that has a capstone. I also teach in the fall COM 438, which is called Telecom in the Pacific Hemisphere. And that class, we start out by looking at the evolution of mobile devices and the internet, and we actually look into the future about 40 years and talk about what mobile devices will be like then. We also look broadly at a number of communication ethics issues that have arisen, typically with current topics that are happening often that week as things emerge that deal with things like censorship, digital discrimination, the way in which big data, for example, can indiscriminately harm particular groups of people or individuals. And so we just bring things up as they come along. And we used to cover video games, but now we have Dr. Bergstrom, so that class doesn't talk as much about video games anymore.
That's awesome. So it sounds like you guys really love your jobs.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. So it's amazing where, so I teach digital cultures, which is a 300 level communication class. And so on Monday we're going to be talking about Momo.
Oh yeah.
And that creepy like internet meme where it's just like, it's a perfect example of a moral panic, like a techno panic, where it's not real, but people are really freaked out, and a lot of people are making a lot of money about it.
It's very creepy.
It's like the fake news.
Yeah. Yes, it's a lot like fake news, but it's also it's like those folk stories or like the urban legends, but on the internet, and they spread so much faster. So actually in both of our classes.
So like Reddit.
Yes.
Reddit. She's
Yes.
with Reddit.
Yes.
She actually has one of the earliest papers on Reddit and one of the most highly cited, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she says we're also scholars, of course. So we bring our scholarship into the classroom. I also teach a summer class, which has now been renamed Communicating Sustainability. And that's going to be an online class this summer, COM 325, which is a writing intensive, where basically we use a transmedia approach to tell stories to particular audiences about sustainability in such a way that we hope we can motivate actual meaningful action about some of the pressing issues we face there.
Wow, that's great. So if anybody wants to take their classes, come enroll at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Let's go see what Jordan's up to. Okay, thank you.
I'm Sherry. Hi, I'm Elise. I'm Tasha.
And what club are you guys representing?
I'm the Vice President for Public Relations, Student Society of America. Sorry, go ahead.
And I'm the President of our club.
I'm the Director of Internal Communications.
And what kind of club is this?
So PRSSA is actually a chapter within a national organization, and we focus on building PR skills for individuals interested in pursuing careers in the PR industry, as well as just building networking and branding skills for people who are going into the workforce after college.
That's really cool. And are you guys all social science majors?
Yes, yes, we're all communications majors.
Oh, that's neat. And what kind of careers would you want after college, or are you all trying to go into PR as well?
Most of our students are looking for careers within the public relations industry, whether that's within nonprofits or government entities or corporations. Just anything that involves, you know, advocating on behalf of an organization to the public is what most of us are interested in.
Is that what you three are interested in?
Yes, I'm particularly interested in like public relations within the nonprofit sector.
Oh, okay, cool. What about you?
I really like marketing and like crisis PR. Yeah.
I'm also interested in nonprofit PR.
That's very noble. And thank you for talking to me.
Yes, it was great speaking to you as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And now we're gonna go pass to Blake. Thank you.
It's me, Blake, at the Manoa Experience again, and I'm here with E for the Department of Geography. So, E, what makes you come to the Department of Geography?
Well, we are, geography is an interdisciplinary field. So we offer education programs in 3 main fields, including physical geography to study environment, climate change, and a little bit about geology. And we also offer a stream that teach courses in human geography to study how human and the environment interact at different places. And nowadays, with the development of computer science, GPS, geotechnologies, we also offer education stream in geotechnologies that teach students how to use software, use UAV, and use different equipment to collect geospatial data to do analysis. And in addition to the BA program, we also offer a certificate program in geospatial information science, which will launch in this fall. So in addition to the bachelor degree, the student can take 11 additional credits to get a certificate in GIS, which is very desired in job market. So that's all about our department. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, so what class, do you teach any classes? Are you a professor here?
Yeah, I'm an assistant professor in the department, and I teach most courses in geospatial information science in this field. So including GIS, Geographic Information System, how to use software to collect geospatial data, to do mapping, to analyze geospatial data, to guide decision makings in environmental science and also in social sciences.
And how has the geography department changed since the massive impact of climate change in recent years?
Well, climate change is a very hot topic in our department. We have several faculty members doing research in this field. So what we focus on is how humans interact with climate change. So what's community resilience in climate change, in disasters, and also humans' response, humans' perception and adaptation to climate change, and how it varies at different places. So one of our main goals is to identify some communities, both human communities and ecological communities, that are vulnerable to climate change, that are less resilient to climate change, and find measures to help to improve the resilience and reduce vulnerability.
Wow, that's amazing. So it sounds like you guys are really... Thank you so much, and it was nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you.
Thank you. Okay, awesome. So come check out the geography department if you need and if you want, because it sounds amazing. It sounds like it's impacting the whole school in Hawaii itself. So I'm going to go see what Jordan's doing. So Jordan?
All right, so we're here at the live streaming center, the booth, and as you can see over here, and then you can see that they're up there doing like an impromptu newsreel. And now, if anyone's here and anyone wants to come see this, we are by the social science area of the Manoa Experience if anyone wants to, do this for themselves, come here with their friends. And yeah, and now we're going to give you a live look at the communications tent.
So there's a little thing in there with a yellow paper. Go around and you get stamps. You say you might lose the support flag. There's a pen in there. You can switch over ones you're interested in.
Are we racing another one?
That's because you got to go to the group next week.
Amazing. So what do you guys do here?
Well, basically what we're doing is we're just bringing awareness to the different programs that we have in the Institute in this particular umbrella. It's all about peace, conflict resolution. We also have a scholarship that's available for peace scholars. I was one of the scholars for 2018, and upon that venture you get to go to Norway for 7 weeks. It's an amazing adventure. It's an amazing experience. That's one of the things that we deal with in our particular corner of the woods. And then we also have a aspect for the Peace Corps. So if it's something that you want to do to give back to the community and to service those around that are less fortunate, there's also degree programs. There's an undergraduate certificate, which I'm actually completing this semester, as well as an upper graduate certificate. So it's an amazing program. It brings awareness to peace, how you handle conflict. Dialogue is very important, so that's kind of all encompassed within our program.
So it seems that it's more of starting on a personal level, having peace with yourself and with other people, so you can spread it then to the outside world.
I think everyone's journey is different. For me, I have a very chaotic life, and so I was just looking for some skills that would allow me peace, so inner peace. However, I know other people who are very secure in where they are. They feel that they understand that and now want to push it out. So very different beginnings, but I think the end result is everybody wants to find peace, find out what it means, and then all of the work that involves getting there is really important. It's very different for everyone. You have a positive piece and you also have negative piece. And so it just gives you the tools. It gives you different avenues. There's so many classes, restorative justice being one, nonviolent social change, education to bring peace into the educational movement. So there's so many avenues and veins that you can explore peace, because peace, I think what you're saying as far as it being personal is very correct, but everyone starts at a different place.
Wow, that's really profound and great. No, I love that there's so many avenues to, spread peace, because, there's big general areas where peace needs to be found, but getting the little areas is great. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. It was nice to meet you. Now we're going to go back to Jordan and see what he's up to.
UH Manoa's College of Social Sciences is shaping global citizens, exploring new horizons, striving for social justice. We are breaking barriers, expanding knowledge, empowering others, and standing up for positive change. We are molding young minds, bridging ideas, working for peace, encouraging equality, and building communities. We are the faces of the future. We are the College of Social Sciences.
Working on radioisotopes and soils that I interviewed here in 1990, and I accepted. But the dean unfortunately couldn't make it today. She's been here at all of these for a number of years. She's been dean for 7 years, and I've been working with her for that length of time. And she has a whole variety of new initiatives going on. It's very exciting time to be part of the College of Social Sciences.
That's great. Are you planning to just walk around the whole thing, or are you just mainly going to stick around here?
Mainly stick here, talk to the people that we have in the booths, and thank them for coming out and all the effort that they put in, like Jared and people like that. It's important that we have these volunteers that work into helping us out on this.
That's really great. So, yeah. Are you planning to stay the whole time? Or?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. If anyone wants to find him, he will be at the College of Social Sciences booth area. And thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good luck in graduating soon.
Thank you.
Bye now.
And now we're just going to pan the camera over here to show the booths again of the social sciences. And, you know, I feel like it's a really great department to be a part of. We have political science, sociology, psychology, economics. It's a really broad field, and I feel like it's really great to kind of involve yourself in social sciences. I am a social science major, and most of us here presenting are social science majors. And I'm a communications major. I am a sophomore going on junior, and I will be here at the University of Hawaii in Manoa. I graduated from Kamehameha High School in 2014, so that makes me a little old, but it's okay. You get there when you get there. I think one thing that people don't know about the social science program is like how diverse it can be. Like if you see, like there's, like I said before, there's women's studies, there's ethnic studies, psychology, economics, sociology. Like it's very, very broad, and it's really interesting. I think anyway, that you know, people can learn all these things under one house, and yeah. Sorry? They don't want to be talked to. Okay. So are we off? Sorry, ask. Okay. So far I talked to all these departments in here, and it's really, you know, interesting what you can learn and the different types of things you can learn. here in the College of Social Sciences. Me personally, being a communications major, I feel like that's the broadest, spectrum of what I like to do. And yes, that's a little bit about me. And now we're going to switch to the tent camp.
Manoa's College of Social Sciences is shaping global citizens. Exploring new horizons, striving for social justice. We vary and vary. Expanding knowledge. Empowering others. Standing up for positive change. We are molding the minds. Social justice. Encouraging equality and building communities. We are the faces of the future. We are the College of Social Sciences.
College of Social Sciences is great. I feel like you can learn a lot here. I really want to make a social change.
I got to know people from other cultures and story.
The college has a lot of great programs to offer and has essentially given me the start to my career.
College of Social Sciences provides this opportunity for students to take learning outside the classroom.
You get to experience the culture, the people, the diversity, and really gain a better understanding of this world we live in.
When I've been on the ground with the people, I felt like this is what I'm meant to do.
The professors have all this experience behind them, and they're here waiting to share that with you.
Come to UH Manoa's College.
See yourself being on TV maybe? No. Do you
You like this feeling? Huh? I could see you guys on TV. No? Maybe one day. Good. Thanks, guys. Have fun. Okay. Okay, so come on down. We're still live at the tent till 2 p.m. today. We got the live TV set up. Come check out. You know, be a journalist for 20 seconds. It's a good time. Weather's great.
We are the faces of the future. We are the College of Social Sciences.
College of Social Sciences is great. I feel like you can learn a lot here. I really want to make a social change.
I got to know people from other cultures, and their story has made my story.
The college has a lot of great programs to offer and has essentially given me the start to my career.
College of Social Sciences provides this opportunity for students to...
Thank you. All right, so what's your name?
Darlene.
And what school are you from?
I'm from Farrington High School.
So which department are you interested in?
I'm interested in the Department of Education.
Education, okay. Well, we have some great College of Social Sciences. What do you like about education?
I just like how we're able to have an impact to students in a way that we can help them succeed in their future.
What kind of, what age students do you want to teach?
High school students.
Awesome. And what school are you from?
Farrington.
Farrington, awesome. So are you here with a class? Are you here by yourself, with your family?
We came here as a whole, so yeah.
Awesome. Are you checking out our social science booth right over here?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna toss to Liza right now. We're gonna see what she's doing. Liza.
Hi everyone, my name is Liza and I'm here with students from Kaimiki High School. May you guys introduce your names?
I'm Anella. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Michelle. So what grade are you guys in?
We're all sophomores.
They're all sophomores, so this is your guys' second time at the Manoa Experience, so how's it going so far?
It's pretty good. I went to the social science tent. It was awesome.
Yeah, the social science tent was great.
Everyone's very informative and friendly, so I like that.
So at the College of Social Sciences booth, what's your favorite tent so far?
Political science.
And why political science?
Because I want to major in political science in the future. And like, if I want to, I could like double major in economics too. So.
That is so awesome. How about you?
I like the psychology major.
And why do you like the psychology major?
Well, I also want to major in psychology, but I really like learning about mainly the brain and how mental disorders are, in a way, diagnosed. So.
And how about you?
Same for psychology. I'm not gonna major in it, but I just find the subject really interesting to learn about, so it's pretty cool.
Well, thank you so much, you guys, for coming to the Manoa Experience, and I'm glad that you guys are here again. So we're going to toss it to someone, and stay tuned, you guys.
All right, so here we have Professor Gerald Cotto with us. And so what school are you with?
I'm with the School of Communications, which is part of the College of Social Sciences. I'm currently chair of the School of Communications. The School of Communications has a program in journalism and a program in communications. And we also, one of our specialties is media arts, which is providing some media arts training there.
So what were you doing before you're a professor?
Before I was a professor, I was a newspaper reporter with the Honolulu Advertiser. My specialty was covering politics. Subsequently went into television. I was a political reporter for KGMB and KITV television.
So what made you want to become a professor after doing all of that?
Oh, I wanted to do something different, and I thought that my background in both print and broadcast would be useful at the time. Keep in mind that this was prior to the internet, so I had a background in what constituted the media of the time, both television and print. So I wanted to put some of that background into teaching journalism. And above all things, I'm a graduate of the University of Hawaii way back when in the journalism program. So I thought I had something to contribute to the program and to my alma mater, the University of Hawaii.
So right now, I know news and media has a lot of heat on it right now with the political climate and everything that's going on. So what would you say to future journalist students who want to go into journalism but are a little hesitant because of the current situation with news, like fake news and everything like that?
Well, you know, news is changing, but it's an exciting time because there are lots of things that journalism has to offer in terms of investigative reporting, in terms of reporting on clear and accurate news. I think, my background is in government and public affairs. I think there's a lot to be said for people doing government and public affairs, whether it's in the traditional print or television media or other kinds of online operations that are springing up. There are all kinds of opportunities. Unfortunately, the ups and downs of the traditional media seem to discourage people from the craft of journalism. But I think there's a lot to be said. It's a great future ahead if you you're concerned and engaged in what's going on in today's world. And you're concerned about truthful news because, as the Washington Post says, democracy dies in the dark.
That's right. All right, so I know you're also passing out these little goodie bags.
Yes.
Can you kind of tell us what's in there?
Yes, this is School of Communication goodie bag. We're running short on them, so rush over here now. And in it, we have a little water bottle to remember us by. I think we hope students will consider majoring in journalism or communication. I think journalism and communication there's a bright future ahead, and with students committed to journalism and communication, an even brighter student ahead, both for Hawaii and the country.
Awesome. So if you want to get your little goodie bag, make sure you head over here. They are running out and they are reusable, so we are also saving the planet. And now we're going to cut to Eliza, who has somebody with her. Eliza.
Hi, I'm Liza, and I'm here with students from Farrington High School. May you guys introduce your names?
So my name is Din.
And mine's Jessa.
So this is your first time here at the Manoa Experience, and you've been here for a few years. So tell me, how's it going so far at the Manoa Experience?
My experience is it's pretty fun right now. I love what I'm learning and what I'm doing.
There's a lot of things available here, so just taking everything in is pretty good.
So do you have any advice for Din, like as far as what to experience at the Manoa Experience and like what to take in?
I think she's doing a good job, like because she's starting early, and so just being here and being able to soak in all the college experience at an early age will help her in the future.
All right, well, thank you so much, you guys, for coming to the Manoa Experience, and I'm glad you guys are like here and taking your time out of your Saturday. So we're going to go to Tyne at the College of. We're going to toss it to Tyne at the Communications tent.
All right, so right here at the Communications tent, we are doing a live broadcast. So you can see on the screen we have somebody who's doing a stand-up right in this tent. If you come follow me this way, we have someone on camera who's broadcasting live, and we have actually a teleprompter if you want to come over here and show them the teleprompter. So we have students and visitors and everybody who's actually looking at the teleprompter and reading off what they're saying. So if anybody wants to come down and they want to do this, they can come down. It's completely free. You can do whatever you want to do. It's great practice, great fun. You can take some photos, some videos. Tracy, can you tell us a little bit about the teleprompter and how you're working it?
So pretty much we have the scripts written down in here, and we just play it off to the people in the booth, and yeah, and they can add whatever they want to say as well.
So is it like mirroring off each like iPad?
Yes, it does. So it's pretty much a mirror image of what it says here.
And so how do you choose a speed?
So I pretty much have it at a slow speed for everyone, which seems to work at a good pace for everybody. So right now it's at a 4.7 speed.
Awesome. So if you don't talk fast and you want to talk slow, we got you. We can change the speed. If you want to talk fast, we can change that too. It's really catered to whoever wants to talk, right? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Alex, how are you doing over there on the camera?
I'm doing all right.
What's your favorite part about doing camera?
I know. I like seeing like the little kids come here and they just talk about like they don't even read the script. They just talk about like what their favorite food is, and that's
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna throw to the live look so we can see the wide shot of what everyone's doing. Let's go to the live shot.
Their story has made my story.
All right, so right here we have, what's your name?
I'm Michelle.
Hi, Michelle, where are you from?
I'm from Farrington, currently senior.
Awesome. And so which major were you looking at in the tent?
I was looking for like anthropology specifically. I want to like learn about that field. I want to be in that.
12th grade. Awesome. We do have something called Manoa Experience, which is or Manoa Academy, which is for high schoolers. Are you involved in that? Are you planning to get involved in that?
I would love to be.
What's the one thing that when you stepped foot on campus today, what's the one thing that kind of like you were shocked about, like when you?
I was really shocked that like the freshman buildings for housing and I really like the view of like the very top. It was really cool.
So is there like an ocean view for freshman housing?
No, it's more like the land.
The land. All right. So we're gonna cut to Celine, who has somebody with her right now. Celine.
I'm here with Kamakana. Hi, I'm here with Kamakana. Can you just tell us a little bit about your position within the College of Social Sciences?
Sure, I'm the Native Hawaiian Coordinator for Hui Aina Pili Pili, the Native Hawaiian Initiative at the College of Social Sciences.
Cool, so what kind of degrees are within your department?
So there's degrees, but we assist with different programming activities with the Hawaiian focus in our College of Social Sciences, such as our Na Ko'oko'o Hawaiian Leadership Program that's offered between our political science program and our ethnic studies and anthropology program.
Okay. And why should students be really interested about this subject?
So the College of Social Sciences, we offer a lot of courses that focuses on Hawaii, the Pacific, and indigenous peoples. And so we have programs such as our Indigenous Politics program that really focuses on studying indigenous people.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And hi, what is your position?
Hi, I'm Jarrett Leong. I'm part of the Public Administration program for here at the University of Hawaii. I also represent the Urban Regional Planning and PACHE, the Peace and Masanaga group.
Thank you, and we're going to go back to Tanya. Thank you.
All right, so we're here at the Access tent, which is the advising tent for social sciences. We're here with our Access advisor, Clay. Clay, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So what's the vibe like here? What's the atmosphere?
Excitement. People are really happy to be here. We're getting a lot of young students who are just starting to find out what college is all about, and that's always exciting to see. There's a lot of really large groups, all different kinds of ages. It's good to see the parents, you know. Sometimes there's just some parents by themselves without their students and they're picking up information, but anything is good. We're glad they're here.
So what's like the number one question that people have been coming to you?
What kind of jobs can I get with this major?
So if anybody does have a question, they're watching this live, what would you say to them?
I direct them to our major advisors. They're all available here, and they have the career options, what our alumni are doing now.
Awesome. So what does Access actually do?
We are the college advisors for all social science students. We meet with students from the very beginning, so we provide the mandatory advising for their first 4 semesters at Manoa to get them off to their good start. So they graduate within 4 years, and we graduate them.
Awesome. And so what do you have here on the table? Looks like some yummy goodies.
Mostly the food is to lure people in. Then we can give them our information on our majors, and then we have highlighters, and we have Post-its.
So are these highlighters and Post-its for people to take?
Yes.
So we got merch here. So if people want free merch, if you're hungry, you want a snack, you can come down here. It's all free.
And we have popcorn.
What's one thing that you could say to anybody who is coming to the College of Social Science tent?
You're going to find out pretty much all the information that you need on every single one of our majors. You have the advantage of talking to our actual faculty that work in the department. They know more than anyone else about what they can get out of this major, what they can do, and what their lives can be after.
2018. It was an amazing experience, and so we also promote this internship program. So if you haven't had an internship yet, I recommend doing this program. It's amazing.
And how would students get involved with that if they're interested?
Students can get involved by just typing in Manoa Political Internship on Google. It pops right up. And then apply. You know, it's always good to apply, even if you may not get it. I mean, it's worth it. It's, you know, a scholarship and work experience, which looks really good on the resume. So.
Do people have to be a political science major to?
Good question. No one has to be a political science major to do this internship. I was Hawaiian Studies, and actually I'm a transfer student from Kapi'olani Community College. So I was doing Hawaiian Studies, Hawaiian language, that sort of thing. And because of this internship, I actually switched over to political science because it was very interesting. But no, you don't have to be. Yes.
For you personally, like, what does it mean to be involved in this subject?
Pardon, sorry.
Why are you so interested in political science and activism and stuff?
Good question. I like to observe power and the way structures of power. So political science does that. I like to focus on indigenous issues, especially Kanaka Maoli issues. I'm very very passionate about Kanaka Maoli issues, everything to do with sovereignty, to water rights, Native Hawaiian gathering rights, that sort of thing. That's what my passion is. That's what led me into political science to begin with. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kaimi. We're gonna go back to Tanya. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, so we're live. We're live with Laurel from Ethnic Studies. Laurel, can you tell us a little bit about Ethnic Studies?
So Ethnic Studies was founded in 1970. It's a product of community struggles in Hawaii, where communities came together and said, we want UH to teach our history our way. So we're really committed to addressing social justice in Hawaii, environmental justice, economic justice, racial justice, and really kind of developing our skills and analysis to apply to the complex problems that Hawaii is facing today.
So do you guys have any study abroad or like internship opportunities for prospective students?
Yeah, we work really closely with the program in service learning and civic engagement. It's also known as the Access program. So we really facilitate students to go into communities, Malama Aina work in particular, and working with various nonprofits in Hawaii. Another one of them is Palolo Pipeline Project. We work on various lo'i and farms. So we do a lot of applied learning out in the community around the island of Oahu.
If there's people who want to do an online kind of like course, do you guys have online classes available? How many would you say and like what kind?
We have online courses available, so this is definitely an option for students. I can't tell you the exact number of them, but I know that there are several a semester and our offerings are growing every semester.
Can they get a full degree online or is it just certain classes?
That's a really good question. I don't think we currently have an online degree program, although there are definitely discussions about that.
Awesome. So what kind of jobs do people get with an ethnic studies?
So some of our students, while they're an undergraduate student, they intern with IKEA, which is a Unite Here organization. So some people become community organizers, teachers, social workers, lawyers. Some go into grad school and get master's and doctorate degrees, and they themselves become professors. So ethnic studies is a really important degree for multicultural, multiracial education, learning critical thinking skills, writing, and those types of skills can be applied to many different types of jobs.
Awesome. So what's one thing you would say to any students who are thinking about it but are a little on the fence?
I think that our classes are the most engaging and exciting and interesting, probably compared to a lot of the courses that are offered at UH. All of our teachers are really amazing and supportive, and kind of are committed to interactive education. And it's also a pretty doable major in terms of the amount of credits that we ask for. I think it's possible to kind of complete all the requirements within just like a couple of years. So it's a really good major and it's practical. It can fit into your schedule.
Is it possible to even finish this like before 4 years?
I think so. I think it's like 24 credits if I remember correctly. So I think that's possible, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Laura. We're gonna toss to Blake and see what she's doing over there. Blake.
Hi, I'm here with Kamalani, and she's an ambassador for the College of Social Sciences. So could you explain a little bit about what that means?
So being an ambassador means you're serving your student body and you're promoting the clubs that you have in your department.
And how would students get involved with that if they were interested in doing something like that?
You just apply through the College of Social Sciences application online, or you can contact any of your department leaders.
What do you really like about being an ambassador?
I get to meet new people like you guys and the students here, and I get to promote all the clubs and the events that we have to engage students in.
And do you have any advice for any prospective students who are trying to get involved with student leadership?
that you should really think about it like ahead of time to get involved, because in the long run it pays off and it looks really good on your resume.
Thank you so much for talking with us today. We are Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is it like, you know, in the news when they're like, oh, back to you, and it's just still on us?
All right, so we're here at the Women's Studies table. We have Vivian, Jenny, and Colby with us. Vivian and Jenny are students here currently in Women's Studies. Colby is an alumni. So can you just tell me a little bit about your experience as a student in Women's Studies?
I was actually originally a bio major, and I took a class that was cross-studied with women's studies and biology, and I just found that I really liked women's studies better, so I kind of switched over to the major. Yeah, I just found that the topics are really relative to today's news and stuff. So, yeah.
Awesome. What about you, Jenny?
I'm actually a business major. I'm minoring in women's studies. So for me, kind of the same thing as Vivian. These classes, I took one and fell in love with them. They're really eye-opening, and they're kind of relevant to everything going on in the past and present. So these classes are just amazing, and I love them.
Awesome. Colby, what about you? Why did you decide to even get your degree in this?
So I actually got a degree in business management, but I did take elective classes through women's studies, and just a testament that it's not only for women, it's also for guys, and it really opened your eyes in terms of perspective and awareness through business and just women in general in life. So it really broadens your perspective, and it really enriches you.
So how many would you say like males are in these classes?
It varies. I think there's more now. You guys would probably speak to current, but when I was in, it was, it was more of a handful in a class. But I know it's definitely started to become more of a current issues in today's society. So I think it's become more of a topic of discussion.
So being an alumni, how did this, degree help you? Like, was it just like for to bring awareness to yourself, or did it help you in your career? Like, what's going on?
All the above. So awareness to myself, just an everyday aspect, and then also in business now, just through corporation, and you have a really wide mix of guys and girls in any job that you would have. So it's really understanding past issues, current struggles, and how women are, breaking the glass ceiling.
Awesome. So what would you say to anyone who wants to do this?
Do it. Just try one class. It benefits every single person involved.
Awesome. What about you guys? What would you guys say? Because I know you guys kind of just happen to be taking a class and oh yeah, I love it. So what would you say to anybody else who's looking to take classes?
I definitely say give it a try. Just not only to try to get into the major, but just to try to experience different perspectives and see what it's about.
The same as they said as well. Just try one class, see what it's about, dip your foot in the water. You'll be surprised by the things that you learn in women's studies and how much it helps you in the real world. So take a class.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. We're going to pass it over whenever you're ready.
Hi, I'm here with James. Could you tell us a little bit about what department you're from?
Yeah, I'm with the Russian at UH language department, so we're with the LLL, very fun to say. And we're actually here representing Russian at UH today, passing out some fun program flyers. We have a great booth, giving out sports bottles, gym bags, all sorts of cool swag.
Cool. So what kind of degrees are offered within your department?
We offer up to a master's, I believe, in Russian studies. We're a pretty small department currently. We have about 10 majors. Almost everyone's a double major though, because the creation of the double major paired with Russian is such a beneficial combo. and highly recommend it for anyone who's looking for a language requirement. Considering everyone has to do language when they come to UH Manoa, why not choose Russian? You know?
For sure. So what are you majoring in?
I'm a political science and Russian double major. So political science is one of the more popular majors to pair Russian with. There's a lot of crossover, of course, within politics and the Russian language and the current global theater. So pairing that is probably one of the most sensical, combos out there.
That's very true. Personally, why do you really enjoy your department?
I have a small heritage with Russian. I have a little bit of Russian blood in me, but I find the culture very interesting. It's one of the more colorful and kind of hidden gems of like the Eastern European cultures. So as you can see, it's very colorful. And not a lot of people know that. The Haklamar style of painting and whatnot is that very traditional matryoshka, like what you see on Russian nesting dolls. That's a matryoshka and Haklamar style painting. So very colorful, very beautiful. And not a lot of people know that, and I think it's a shame. So we should, kind of spread the word a bit more.
That's very cool. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're wearing today?
Yeah, so my outfit is a traditional, this is sort of a ornamented, is that the right word? Ornamental version of what a peasant farmer would wear. But this style of shirt was very common to wear in the fields and whatnot with hard labor. It was pretty difficult to get higher quality clothing in older times, but this is kind of a throwback and a fancy
campus, and there has just been so much food and laughter and fun, and I think everybody's enjoying this experience right now. Jordan, how have you contributed to the experience today?
Well, if you've been watching since the beginning, I did some interviews with people in the College of Social Sciences booth. I did women's studies, archaeology, things like that. It was very interesting to learn, about things that are in our department, but I didn't really know about it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting I'm a journalism major and he's a comm major. And it's really interesting working the Manoa Experience because speaking for both of us, I think we didn't really know much about the other departments in our college. Yeah, so it's really interesting and it's widened my horizons just interviewing and talking to, the geography department and the ethnic studies department. So that's been great. So what else?
After I got the chance to kind of look around at the other things, it's really nice to see, how everybody's tent is pretty unique from each other. Like even here, even though we have one big tent, it's more like mini exhibits. Like Archaeology has the kind of digging site where you can kind of dig things up, and it's really nice. And then Women's Studies has the booths, that, and they'll be happy to tell you everything you want to know about each major. And it's really nice that, kids in high school can learn these things.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go over here to talk to some of the professors at the Social Sciences Department with Jordan. They're just chilling over here. Hi, guys. This is one of my, you're on live.
I'm on live.
This is one of my professors, Gerald. Gerald, how you doing?
Good. Welcome to the School of Communications. This is a school encompasses both the journalism program and the communication program at the University of Hawaii. If you have any interest in communication, especially communication that involves the media, come see us. It's a great major, and you get an opportunity, a variety of opportunities to study communication, up to and including doing hands-on activities such as this.
What class do you teach here?
I teach I'm actually from the journalism program, and I teach communication law and broadcasting.
Nice. So, what do you love most about journalism and the art of it?
The art and craft of journalism is an important part of our democratic institutions in America. Don't believe any of this fake news things that you hear. That the news is an important part of any kind of democratic society, clear and accurate news, that is. And I think that our ability to train good journalists and perceptive people in the public who understand clear and accurate news is an important part of what we do.
Yes, awesome. That's great. Thank you so much.
Professor Winter from the communication program.
We spoke a little bit earlier, but I teach telecom in the Pacific Hemisphere, which looks at emerging technologies around the world, and in particular ethical issues, things like censorship, data and discrimination, things like that. And also I teach the ICT and policy capstone.
Okay.
So, happy to elaborate. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now we're going to go over to Shannon.
In a second. Hello, we are here with Rebecca, a first-year law student with the Richardson School of Law. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing here today.
So we are here representing the William S. Richardson School of Law. We've got Rocky and Christian. They're also 1Ls, first-year law students. We're basically just here talking about what we do as law students, how the lifestyle is, answering any questions that potential students might have about the LSATs, admissions, etc.
So a lot of the people coming here today are really interested maybe into being an undergrad at UH Manoa. So for a student who's just getting into their undergrad years, what do you think that they need to know about law school?
So a lot of students have been asking us potential majors for undergrad. You really can major in whatever you want as long as you get your bachelor's degree and you have like a pretty decent grade point average. My undergrad was in psychology, Bachelor of Arts. Christian, what was your undergrad?
I did finance and accounting.
Finance and accounting?
I did economics.
And economics.
Cool. Yeah. So where can a student who is interested in getting into the School of Law go and get help?
Kelly, what class do you teach here that really is a big introduction to the community?
I think you're asking about Com 201.
Yes.
Is Introduction to Communication. So that's the big Introduction to Communication Studies class that I teach every fall and spring. This is a big class. If you're coming from high school, it's 120 students all in one big lecture hall. But I really love teaching this class because we start way back in the history where it's like, okay, we figured out how to write things down, and then we figured out how to spread our message across the world. And so we talk about the beginnings of mass communication. So we start with print media, we talk about the printing press, we talk about newspapers, and then we talk about the invention of audio media, so radio. Then we talk about the recorded music industry, and then we get into television, movies, and then we get into the fun stuff. We get how the internet has changed everything. So we talk about social media, we talk about how politics are completely different now, and so you kind of get a really broad view of what mass communication is and how the internet's changed everything. And then we also get into media literacy, so things like, what does it mean when Sunny D posts a tweet saying, like, I just can't do it anymore? Like, what does it mean when they're trying to sell you this orange drink and all of a sudden they're talking about how they're like really depressed and all the other brands are like, are you okay? And so how they're trying to be our friends in order to sell us stuff. So we like really start to dig into that. So if you really like being really critical about things, maybe the comm major is for you.
Yeah, wow. So, so what does that class embody? Like, what does it tell students? Where does it lead students to further in the comm major?
So this is the introductory class where you learn about the history of mass communication, and then you learn about where we're going next. And then you also are introduced to the 3 areas of specialization that we have. So we have communication communities, which is intercultural communication. So what happens if you are working for Coca-Cola and then you go into Japan and you don't translate things properly? I believe it's either Coca-Cola or Pepsi said that drinking this will literally bring your ancestors back from the dead. So you learn about all that sort of stuff. And then there's also public relations. So it's like being really persuasive with your communication. So convincing people to buy this, or convincing people to like, hey, like let's say you have a client who did something really bad, and like kind of spin it. So that's communication communities, and then we have the communication technology stream. So you have classes with me where I talked earlier about video games. We have a class about social media. We have a class about the internet here in Hawaii, and then we also have the media arts track where you learn about how to make your own stuff, which I think is the most exciting, because it's like, okay, like you're being really critical about others people, so like put your money where your mouth is and like make your own media. So Com 201 introduces you to all those things. Even if you don't become a com major, you still learn a lot in this class about, you learn to question everything. You're like, what are they telling me? Why are they telling me that? And why aren't they telling me other things? So you learn to be really critical about everything, which is really fun.
Yeah, it's a very good life skill.
Yep.
Yeah, so the class where you can make your own art, is that where you learn things like Photoshop and InDesign?
Yep, so that's in the media arts track. So first you would take Com 310, which is an introduction to media arts, so a lot of film. And then we have a video production class, and then we also have a multimedia class, so things about like websites and interactive media. So you get to get your hands dirty and you get to make your own stuff.
So what would be the difference between, say, the film class in the communications department versus the film class in the ACM department?
That's a really good question. Let's see who's listening. No, so we do have a film school here on campus. It's the Academy of Creative Media. So the thing that's different between ACM and the communication degree is that so you take Com 201 with me, and then you do 310, 320, 330, and then you can kind of design your own class, or design your own program. So you can take the video production class, you can take the multimedia class, and then you can also take the public relations class. You can take the video game class with me, and so you can customize it so it's exactly what your interests are. ACM is much more like highly focused on like becoming a filmmaker. So.
Okay, so that's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna talk to Alex over here.
Alright, so hi, I'm Alex. I am a current student of Ms. Bergstrom's class right now, Com 201. Right now we're learning about, we just finished with, we just finished with digital media, and now we're moving on to, what's it called?
We're gonna do public relations. Oh, we just talked about social media. We just talked about, I just talked about the Sunny D tweet, and what does it mean for like brands to pretend to be your friend on social media. And I see another one of my former students hiding off camera.
So, Dr. Bergstrom, tell us more about the Com 201 classes.
Well, I just talked about the Com 201 class.
Never mind. Tell us how you would like everyone to send in memes after every com class.
Okay, so I guess the class is getting somewhat more famous because for extra credit, you can make a meme about the thing that was the most interesting in the class the week before. You make a meme, and if I like it, I put it up on the board, I put it up on the screen, and then everyone else gets to laugh at it. So how many memes did you make?
I'm going to be honest, I probably made 3 in the semester, but my other friend made one like every single week. And he's just so crazy for doing that.
I'm going to turn it back on you. What was your most memorable moment in Com 201 last semester?
What I love about Com 201 last semester is it's like a crash course of what communications is all about, especially with mass communication and everything. And that's from the class and taking it, it helped me to kind of go more into the comm program as a comm major.
Well, thanks everybody. That was great. So we're gonna go over to Shannon right now.
Going on to the general campus.
One second. Hey, we're here with UH Campus Tours. We're here with Alex and Emily, who are student workers, and Shane, who is also from the Office of Admissions. So it's been a great turnout today. So how many tours have you guys been doing?
So I've done 2 tours today, and one with about 35 people and one with about 20 people.
So where do you usually like to take people around?
Where do I like to take them?
Yeah, like what's your favorite place to take people when you take them on a tour?
Oh, my favorite place is the baobab tree outside of the art building because it's the biggest tree of its type in the Northern Hemisphere, and I like to tell people about our campus arboretum.
Nice. So if somebody wants to take a tour, when are the next dates that they can go, or times that they can go today?
So we're doing tours every 10 minutes right now, so students can walk up and they can get onto the next tour for every 10 minutes. Yeah.
So what's going on behind us? Are these kind of people just like waiting to get into a tour?
Yeah, these are just people who are waiting for the next tour.
So do you find that the UH is a little bit difficult of a place for people to kind of like find their way around at all?
No, I don't think so. I think we have a beautiful campus, and you know, it's not ginormous like the University of Washington, but it's not tiny. It's kind of right in that sweet spot. So, you know, there's a lot of places that they can go and learn, you know, about different departments and programs and services offered.
Nice. So how do you do the tours as well?
No, I generally just help with the tours during events like this sometimes. Also with our other person, Bailey Carlson, here today.
So when you guys take people around tours for you guys, what do you find places that people get a little bit more excited about?
People definitely get excited by our Warrior Recreation Center. It's like really nice to see the gym and all the services that it offers. Yeah.
So how long have you been working with the campus tours?
So I've been at the Office of Admissions for a year now.
And if somebody wanted to get involved, how would you recommend for them to do so?
Well, this office posts on SeatGeek the job offerings fairly often, about every semester, so you could just check for to see if the job is available at that time.
Cool, thank you. You guys want to tell us a little bit more about like what's going on today and any cool events that are happening?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have quite a few different tours going on. Besides our general campus tour, the engineering department is putting on their own tour. The Warrior Recreation Center is doing a tour. At the end of McCarthy Mall, we're doing residence hall tours. Behind us, they're doing nursing tours as well. And so you can kind of get a little bit of each flavor of what the campus is offering.
Oh, thank you. And I know you're so far away from me, Emily, over here. So I heard that you are actually new working here. So when did you start?
I just started this semester about in January, so I'm still in training, but I'm getting a lot of experience in giving tours, and I'm learning a lot about the campus as well, which is definitely exciting.
Cool. Thank you. Well, thank you guys so much for talking with us today. We're going to toss back to you guys. Thank you. Okay. Thank you guys.
It's me, Blake, here, and I'm with Chris, and he is with the Bishop Museum working with the Archaeology department here at the University of Hawaii at Manoa at the Manoa Experience. What are you doing with the high school and middle school students here, looking at all the departments, and what want to come over here and work with you?
Well, I'm actually demonstrating what's called flint knapping, making stone tools. It's part of experimental archaeology. It's a process of doing this. We understand what's coming out of the ground as we excavate. And it's just a lot of fun to do. People are fascinated by it. Breaking rocks is fun.
Yeah, so is it something like a stone ad?
Adzes are fun to make. We're going for arrowheads just because that's the type of material we have. It's best for making arrowheads and things like that.
And what were arrowheads used for back in the day?
Back or arrow point or arrow stick and shoot it at whatever you're trying to kill.
Wow, so do you mind showing us over here? Awesome, thanks.
So I'm using mahogany obsidian out of Mexico, and you can use either traditional instruments, which I always show for display, but aren't that great, or you can use modern metal instruments. And all we're basically doing is trying to get this piece down to a manageable size that we can actually turn it into a tool. Through experience, you look for the right spot, and then you just go after it. So in this case, we're going to go right here. And just take off pieces. Eventually we'll whittle them down to a final finished piece, which I had one here earlier, but somebody took it.
Oh, is this one? Is that close?
This was close. This was what one of the kids was working on. This is a little bit too thick and chunky to actually strap onto anything and shoot it, but this is pretty much what we're making. What I'm going for is about this big, but only about that thick. So much thinner than what we have here. This stuff gets very, very sharp. Still used in surgeries today. This cutting edge is sharp enough to cut through any hide, and ocular surgeons will still use obsidian today for their surgeries because it's sharper than steel.
Wow. So, what types of animals did humans? Well, what were we when we made these Neanderthals?
Oh no, these would have been made up until the invention of metal and smelting. So up until within the last 3,500, 4,000 years, this would have been your primary way to make any type of tool, to do anything you needed, anything from hunting something with a spear or bow and arrow to processing a hide or cutting down a tree. This is what you would have to go through, this entire process. Some cultures just would nap and knock this down to shape and they would be finished. Other cultures would knock it into a rough shape and then grind it into their final shape. And that's what you see a lot here in Hawaii with the big adzes that they would make. Beautiful polish on them, and that what they would do is hack it into shape, a rough shape, and then grind it into the final shape. With stuff like this and back on the mainland prehistorically, they wouldn't do that nearly as often as they do here. But also they don't have this type of material here in Hawaii. So
So where, that's obsidian.
Mhm.
So where do you find that mainly?
Anywhere near a volcano, pretty much. Anywhere where there's prehistoric volcanic activity or even modern. Basically what it is lava that cooled very, very quickly and didn't have time to form any crystals. So it's basically one giant crystal of sorts. Yeah, anywhere volcano, except in Hawaii, there's no obsidian here on the islands. There's volcanic glass, but it's just not as good a quality.
So where can you, do you know what other islands you can find obsidian in?
There's, let's see, Samoa, Tonga, I'm pretty sure. I think Fiji does as well. They have obsidian there, but for some reason it's not here, just the geologic makeup.
So it's quite rare in a way?
Depending on where you are.
Okay, yeah,
If you're in somewhere like New Mexico, it's everywhere. Oregon, it's everywhere. You go to the middle of mainland America and you won't find any obsidian for hundreds of miles. So
Wow,
all
wow.
depends on where you are.
Yeah. So, what would you say to students that want to be an archaeologist or somebody that wants to go into the anthropology department?
It's a lot of fun, it takes a lot of work. The best advice I could give is find something you like about archaeology, follow it, and definitely go to a field school during the summer. Once you can go to a field school, if you realize you actually enjoy working outdoors and digging, then you know you're meant to be an archaeologist. If you don't know you're ready to dig yet, I wouldn't go into archaeology.
Okay.
It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it. Sounds like a very time-consuming, long process just to find anything, you know? So, wow, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go back to Shannon.
Aloha, we are here at the 2009 Manoa Experience School of Communications Media Lab booth. If you can see behind me, you see the UH logo, but if you turn around, you can actually see the booth that we have set up. So we have if you can see, it's teleprompter, and we have a live look for anybody who wants to come over and kind of see themselves on camera. We have some television set up as well. You don't have to be live if you don't want to, but you can, if you want to take pictures, you can also do that as well. Try out a teleprompter for yourself. Try out the really fun equipment that the School of Communications has access to. I am a communications and journalism student, so I find it really fun to be able to try new things, try different technology, try the cameras, try the weird audio equipment that we have. And I can take it out of like university, take it to the beach if I wanted to, with permission of course, and try it out and get some really cool shots. So you can see, this is actually a setup that we have right now where we are coming at you live from UH Manoa Experience. And let's see, behind you, you can also see a little bit more of communication. So we have PRSSA, and we also have a booth to talk to anybody that you would like to from the School of Communications as well. Let's see, what else do we have here? We also have a little bit more of a setup for getting ourselves live on camera. So we have the Wi-Fi set up here, and if you want to see a little bit more, we have another camera set up here. It's actually just a phone. You can do a lot of stuff on your phone with a little bit of added equipment. So if you want to see yourself on TV, stay right here and you can see over here. You can see me over here. It's really fun if you are at UH Manoa Experience and you haven't actually tried it out yet. Of course, again, you're not specifically going to be going live. You can just try out the teleprompter with your friends, your sisters, your brothers, anybody that you want to see on camera, yourself if you want to. Get some cool pictures, get it on Instagram, get it on Facebook, get it anywhere else that you would like to do as well. Let's see. So if you want to try out a little bit more, we can also get that paper signed out for you too if you would like to go out for those prizes that I know that you can get if you're here today. So that's a lot from the Communications Media Lab. I'm going to toss it to Blake, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about the School of Communications.
It's Blake here, and I'm with Scott, who works for the College of Social Sciences. Scott, what class do you teach in what department?
So I'm Professor Scott Schimmel, and I teach in the School of Communications, and mostly courses within our media arts curriculum. And for research, I am what you would call a creative academic. So in addition to teaching, I make documentary films.
Wow, that's very interesting. So, what type of subject is on your current or latest documentary film?
So I'm currently in talks with the Fish Pond Practitioners, which is an organization of Hawaiians who are restoring their fish ponds around the state, and to be able to go and document their upcoming conference in Molokai in May.
Wow, that seems very interesting. So, what process goes into making a documentary, and what type of, crew do you have to create and, get to be able to produce an amazing piece of art?
So it really depends, right? Some filmmakers work with really large crews. So maybe more like National Geographic would go to a story with a crew of 10 people. Whereas my style of documentary filmmaking is a little more verite and observational. And so we typically work with very small crews, 1, 2, maximum 3 people, right? And a great reason why is, so I had a friend who was working on a film on the same story that National Geographic was in the same town. And they were able to get much more access because they were much less intimidating with a crew of only 2 people versus Nat Geo's crew of 10 people. And they beat them to the punch, and it really worked out for them. Their film played at Sundance and nationally on public television.
Wow. So, have you put any of your documentaries, or got them into any other film? What are they called?
Festivals.
Film festivals. Sorry.
Yeah, so my films have played at festivals. They have educational distribution and have played on public television. So, yeah.
Is there any educational distribution for the University of Hawaii?
So, actually, yeah, we do have some faculty who, one of their wives works for Alexander Street Press, which is one of the distributors of educational video. So, educational video is just one form of distribution. So film festivals are often a way of self-distribution. Sometimes you might have a partner like PBS who will distribute your film to PBS stations across the country. Other times you distribute these days with Amazon, Netflix, iTunes, right? Educational distribution is a special form of distribution. Their target market with an educational distributor is universities, basically. So it's really great for me to know that my work not only influences my students here, but through educational distribution can have an impact on students around the country.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what is it like being a professor and, having the side hustle, as they would say, and making documentaries? Is it stressful? Is it just what you love to do?
Yeah. So what's really interesting, it's not even really a side hustle. It's like part of my job, right? So they break down my job as a professor in several ways, right? One is teaching, one is research or creative work, and the other is service to the university. So about 40% of my job is teaching. The other 40% is making my films, and then serving the universities the remaining 20%. So.
Oh wow, that's great. Okay, that's a great job.
It's a great job.
Yeah, wow.
I have to make films. I love it. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Okay, well thank you so much, Scott. It was nice talking to you. So we're gonna go over to Shannon right now and see what she's up to.
No events in particular. Okay. We can just chat a little bit more about what we do.
Okay, I Hi, we are here at Manoa International Exchange. So you're the director, correct? Yes. So tell us a little bit about Manoa International Exchange.
Yeah, so we are the, do you want me to hold it? You got me? Yeah. We're the International Exchange Office for the University of Hawaii at Manoa. We send students on international exchange programs. We also bring students from partner universities to study here. So what's really cool about us is students can go and study abroad at one of 90 different partner universities in over 20 countries, and they can go abroad for as short as a summer, for a semester, for a year, for 2 years. It's really up to students, and it's open to all majors. What's also really cool about exchange programs is you just continue to pay your UH Manoa tuition rate. So if you are a Hawaii resident, for example, it's a really, really good option for you. Doesn't really matter where you study. You will just continue to pay that same tuition rate. And then you pay the cost of living while you're abroad. So I went to Taiwan once upon a time, studied there for a year, and my dormitory cost was $500 US for the semester. Saved my parents a lot of money. They were super happy about that.
So that was a little bit different compared to being here as well.
It was, yeah, definitely. And it's a really good opportunity to see what other academic systems are like in other countries. Some of the universities we work with are the top universities, not only in that country, but in the world. So it's something to add to your resume in the future. I still add the school that I studied at, National Taiwan University, on my resume. And it really helps to set you apart, I think, when you're looking for a job in the future, too.
So there are a couple programs for students to do, like exchange programs to other universities. There's Manoa International Exchange, also study abroad. So what's the difference between those programs?
Yeah, we actually get that question a lot. So we like to say that our international exchange programs through Mix are actually maybe more immersive, more independent types of programs. So with Study Abroad Center, they tend to send students in larger groups, and usually they're accompanied by a UH Manoa faculty member. With ours, normally we're sending maybe anywhere from 2 to 4 students to any given university, and we don't have a faculty member accompany the students. So they are, in essence, international students studying at that university. So it can be a little bit more independent, but it doesn't mean that students are alone. So one of the cool things about exchange programs is some of your best friends become the local students, but other exchange students studying there as well. So, you know, some of my best friends were from Japan, from Germany, but also from, Hawaii, California.
So what do you think the benefit of that is, that little bit more independent?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can make the program whatever it is you're hoping to accomplish. With the Study Abroad Center programs, it's more of a package deal, whereas with ours, you can figure out how you want to make it work for you.
So if somebody wants to get involved, Manoa International Exchange, how would you recommend they do that?
Yeah, so it's always good to start planning as early as you possibly can. Normally at least a year before you're planning to study abroad. That's when our application deadlines are. It's fairly straightforward. You submit an online application to us by the deadline, and you need 1 letter of recommendation, and you need to have at least a 2.5 cumulative GPA. Once you've applied to us, we will review your application, and then we will help you to apply to one of the schools that you're interested in studying at. From that point forward, we hand the baton to the partner school. They help with things like applying for housing, getting your visa, things like that. So you're supported every step of the way.
Nice. So you have all the steps in there. That's great.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for your time and
Sure.
for explaining
Yeah.
Manoa International Experience. Very exciting. Yes, definitely. Study abroad. So we're going to take you now to a live look at the School of Communications.
Thank you so much.
Manoa's College of Social Sciences is shaping global citizens. Exploring new Hawaii.
Hi, and it's Jordan, and I'm back, and I'm here with
Brianna.
How you doing today, Brianna?
I'm doing great.
That's great. So what are you doing here? Like, what is your job?
So I work at the Media Lab at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and as you can see, as what has been shown, we're doing a little demo of a teleprompter. We're doing this live show. There's a lot going on, and we have all of our employees here. We also have some of the journalism students, which is really awesome. We have a lot of hands, which is great. So yeah.
That's really fun. So what is your major?
My major, I unfortunately am not in the College of Social Sciences, but I totally recommend it. I think it's great. I just started with creative media, and I'm almost done with that. I have like 1 credit left, so I can't really switch unless I want to graduate late. But yeah, I'm a creative media major, which is basically film. And yeah, it's super fun. I've mostly done producing work within film, but I'm getting more into documentaries, and I think the program is good because it's very general, and you can find something that you want to do and kind of tailor your classes to that. So, yeah.
Have you had a chance to look around the Manoa Experience, or have you just been around here?
So I was on camera, but then I switched, and I really needed something to eat because I was like very malnourished and I needed sustenance. So I took a stroll along like the walkway, and I went to the hospitality booth, and I saw some booths that look really cool. The languages booth, the European languages booth, looked really cool. They're all in costumes, and like their setup, their design or their production design, whatever, is like really, really good. Like I wanted to visit it. But yeah, no, I just went to the hospitality booth and I got some bread and water and coffee. But yeah, I think it's awesome to see all the different majors come out here today and really hone their craft. I think that's really cool, and it really represents what this school represents.
That's sweet. And yep, now we're gonna go back to a camera, and thank you for tuning in.
That's my hair. That's my hair. Come over here. Hello, we are here in the middle of the walkway for Manoa International Exchange. We have some beautiful setups going on today. We have the Filipino and Philippine literature program, a few more literature programs. We have Thai, Vietnamese, and we also have, let's see what they're doing over here, some really fun little picture taking if you'd like to do that as well. They have a little bit, some game set up, so if you're interested in the Filipino language, Filipino culture, this is a really great place to check it out. Another fun fact is that here at Manoa, we are a tree campus, which means that we have a very high diversity of, biodiversity of different types of trees from like different parts of the world. And that's really cool because we are, I think it's 10 years running, we are recognized nationally as a tree campus. When I was doing my first campus tours as a freshman student, I was really excited by that because it was a little bit like a fun kind of thing. We would be walking by trees and they would tell us like, oh, this is this specific tree and this is this specific tree. It's just a really cool, fun little thing that they like to tell us about. So we have a little bit of first aid here if you ever need that, hopefully not. But kind of going down a little bit more, we have the University Health Services. As a student of the university, you are entitled to health services. So if you ever need to learn a little bit more about that, you can come over here and they can help you out with that. So let's see if we can walk down a little bit more down the aisle. And we have the Tempuyong organization. So it looks like we have a couple fun like pieces to talk about. And after that, let's come all over here. We're going to take you to a live book and talk to Blake. So I'll stand by to you, Blake.
I'm gonna go like this.
Okay.
It's Blake here, and I'm live here with Seth from the Anthropology department, right?
Yep.
And Seth, what are you guys doing today with all of these skulls?
So we're looking at the diverse range of things that you can do with anthropology. So you have different sub-branches: archaeology, biological anthropology, and cultural anthropology. What these skulls are a reflection of biological anthropology, looking at human evolution through time and our ancestors at deep time past, as well as our present evolutionary cousins.
Wow, so what do you do here at the Anthropology department at UH?
We explore humans through time and space. Anything that has to do with humans, we study. So we're really interested in the biological and cultural variation that you see through time and across the whole world.
Awesome. So do you, what class do you teach here?
So I'm an archaeologist. I teach a range of classes. So I teach our introduction to archaeology classes as well as upper level Pacific archaeology and historical ecology.
So your passion in archaeology, did that bring you here to Hawaii?
A little bit. So most of my research is in American Samoa. So if you want to go do research in American Samoa, usually you want to be close to it. So Hawaii is the closest place to do it.
Wow, that's awesome. Do you mind showing us some things
Sure.
about these skulls and sharing some information?
So these are what we call extant apes. So those apes that are still in existence today, they are related to us in evolutionary times, but we had a common ancestor with gorillas about 7 to 8 million years ago. We had a common ancestor with chimpanzees about 6 million years ago. This is us. So one of the things that you'll notice about us is that we're really small. We have very gracile traits. We always have small teeth and very flat faces that are very different than what you skulls. They're all what we call hominins. Hominins are us and our bipedal ancestors. So this is our closest ancestor that we have on our table. It's an evolutionary cousin. This is Neanderthals. All of us have a little bit of genetic information from Neanderthals because we interbred with them. So about 4 or 5% of our genome is from the Neanderthal. This Australopithecus afarensis dates to about 3.5 million years ago. So this is our direct ancestor, but in that deep past. This is a really famous example of a hominin, actually. One of the first hominins that walks upright is Australopithecus afarensis. And then this is Paranthropus boisei. Paranthropus boisei is robust. You'll see this crest on the top of its head. That's where your cheek muscles attach. And so what that tells
So we're back here at the art building, and if you have been traveling a little bit around, come back and forth, you can see that we actually have a lot of different pots that they were making today. So if you want to take a look over here, we have some of the cool potteries that they were doing, taking care of. Do you want to tell us a little bit about some of the methods that you use?
Yeah, sure. So right now I'm wheel throwing, so I'm going to be trying to get it in the center. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cone it upwards, which helps compact the clay. And after I cone it up, I'll take this part of my hand and start pushing downwards. But so it doesn't mushroom out, I'll take my other hand and bring it in. And then apply even pressure.
So are you a student with the ceramics?
Yeah, I'm currently pursuing a BFA in ceramics. And then I plan on getting my teaching certificate and teaching high school here.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. Nice. Well, it looks like you guys are making some really fun stuff right now. And we also have something very interesting, another really interesting project that's going on over here. So I hear that, I hear that a lot of the clay that you guys are using today is actually recycled as well. Is that true?
Recycled. It's actually all recycled. All of the clay we buy from the bookstore, the scraps and everything, we recycle it all, and then we get this clay and we sell it back to the students for like lower prices.
Nice. So that makes it a little bit easier for somebody who's kind of wanting to get in.
Intro, and they don't want to keep their stuff. They're welcome to buy any of this.
Nice. So tell us a little about the project that you have going on over here.
So I have... Do we need to repair? Hello, hello, testing, testing, testing. Good? Okay, perfect. Thanks.
We're going to take a bunch of coils and trap myself inside of this dome, and then I will cut myself out and emerge from this chrysalis that we have created.
A changed woman, right?
Yeah, sure. Honestly, my whole goal today was just to cover myself, because I've always seen other artists do this. I'm like, today's the day.
Today's the day to try it, right? A little bit of like, what's it called? A little bit of performance art, if you will. Well, I hope that we can come back here before you do that. Yeah, sounds fun. Thanks. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for showing us a little bit around the ceramics. And we're going to go back to Blake, actually, I believe. She's going to show us a little bit more around Manoa Experience. Thanks, guys.
Great comparison. knowledge, empowering systems, and standing up for positive change. We are molding young minds, bridging ideas, work for peace, encouraging equality, and building communities.
Tell us about your dog.
We are the faces of the future.
Tell us about your dog's project.
It's Blake here at the Manoa Experience, and I'm here with my friend Tristan. Tristan, what are you doing here today for the Manoa Experience?
I'm actually taking photos. I'm getting some really good stuff right now, so yeah.
Awesome. So, do you have a passion in photography?
Yes, I do. And you should follow me at The Rice Boss on Instagram. So yeah.
That's awesome. So, what type of photos do you like to take?
I mainly like to do fashion and portraits, so yeah. Hit me up.
So,
Shameless plug.
what type of camera is this that you're using?
This is a Nikon D3400, so gets the job done.
Yeah. And what mode are you in?
Aperture priority, like always.
What does that mean?
Sometimes manual.
What does that mean?
Well, it controls like the aperture, like how wide open like the lens is. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's how much light gets in?
Yeah, basically.
Wow. Okay. So, who have you been taking photos of?
Basically just the College of Social Sciences. Pretty much just got everyone so far, I think, maybe.
Okay, so thank you so much, Tristan, and thanks for taking pictures today. That's awesome. So we're gonna go and see what Shannon's up to.
Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. As you can see, we are actually right now here in the UH Art Building. If you kind of take a look down here, I have absolutely no idea what this is actually, but it's pretty cool. This is actually part of the work that's just left free. We have the free store, so it looks just like a bunch of odds and ends, but we have some stuff that has been used maybe by art people who are in the art building, who are doing some projects, or somebody who just doesn't need those old pair of jeans anymore and thinks that somebody might use it for another piece. And you're free to take and give. We actually also have a fridge for the commons. Just leave what you want, take what you need. Don't take the fridge though, as it's a wonderful joke on the fridge. So if you ever feel like you have a little bit extra food that you want to give away to somebody that somebody might need, something hopefully non-perishable, you can do that. If you ever need something, you're also free to do that as well. Another place, if you're ever needing to give food, we also have the Hawaii Vault, Food Vault. That is actually down by saying if you are ever in need of food, as we know, a lot of college students don't have enough access to the food that they need. The Food Vault Hawaii is actually next to Bale, so that is at Holmes Hall. And if you ever are hungry or you ever need some groceries, you can definitely go there. And honestly, they'll give you some food. And that's just another really great resource if a student ever needs that, if you're ever a student here and need that resource. That's a little bit of Blake, and she's going to give us another interview about the Manoa Experience.
Okay, hi guys, it's me, Blake, and I'm at the Manoa Experience in the College of Social Sciences booth. There are 12 departments in the college, and so we're gonna just see what they all are. So we have the College of Social Sciences Manoa Academy, and it really just prepares you as a high school student to go into if you already know what your degree is. So you can already get credits before you are actually enrolled at the University of Hawaii. And then we have the Department of Geography. They really help with climate change and the local impact and, the earth and everything that is really affecting Hawaii right now, especially because we're an island. We have the Department of Psychology, critical thinking, and then we also have the Department of Economics. We have the Department of Political Science over here. We have Women's Studies. We have the College of Social Sciences, Sociology. And we have the Department of Ethnic Studies. And us here, we are the Journalism and Communications Department. So we're doing all the live streaming here today, and it's been really fun, and we have 1 more hour left here, so if you're watching this right now and you're close, come down here and check out the College of Social Sciences. So now we're gonna go see what Shannon's doing, and I'll see you guys later. Here again, and we're at the Manoa Experience 2019, and we only have 1 more hour left. And so if you're in the neighborhood or around and you want to come to the Manoa Experience, get on over here because it's been such a great day and you just don't want to miss out, especially if you're a student, a high school student wanting to go to UH. There are so many opportunities and colleges that you can check out and make connections. It'll be fun to just meet students that could potentially be coming here and start making friends. And so here at the Communications and Journalism Department, we have all of these TVs. There's Sherry, there's Tyne, and they are working with the live stream, and now I'm gonna interview Sherry. She's the best. She's the one who controls this whole booth and does everything for us students. So Sherry, what have you been doing today?
I think I got a few more grays in my hair today because this is a big setup we're doing here today. But my team is really good. In fact, let's get my whole team over here. Everybody come back to the tent so we could get a nice shot of the whole team that's doing this live telecast, I guess we would call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big setup. We actually just bought this unit to do the live streaming, and it's been a learning curve for me. I've never really done this kind of thing before, but we did it on Maui at the beginning of the semester, and it's very exciting. I love it. You don't have to edit anything, but you have to be careful not to say the wrong thing either, right? So how's it been going for you today? Have you been interviewing a lot of nice people?
Yeah, I've been interviewing a lot of nice people and a lot of incoming students that are just wanting to check out all the booths, and I think they really liked our booth with all of the teleprompter reading, and yeah, it's been really exciting. It was my first Manoa experience, so it's been good. How does it feel to do the first live stream at the Manoa Experience?
I think that people come up and they're immediately drawn to the screens we have back there, and they're like, oh, what's on this screen? Come back. So we have the 3 screens back there, and then people are like, what's on that screen? What's on that screen? What's on that screen? So we have the live streaming on the screen, and then so once they understand that, they think it's really cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's come in here. Here's one of our top producers, Tyne.
Tyne, what are you doing right now?
Right now I'm producing the live stream, so I'm kind of telling everybody, directing them what to do and, you know, where to go. So it's very interesting. We have this thing called Sling Studio that we use for the live stream. And so we actually do our whole live stream off of this one tiny device with an iPad. So it's pretty awesome.
And Roxanne, what have you been doing?
I've been trying to get people interested and just trying the broadcasting station where they get to read a teleprompter and just try what it's like to be in front of the camera.
And Doris? Doris, what have you been doing here today?
I've been working the audio, making sure all the talents are clear.
That's awesome, that's awesome. And what have you been doing today, Brianna?
I did some camera work in the morning, and now I'm kind of partnering with Roxanne and helping to get people to the tent. So yeah, it's been a great day so far.
Awesome, yeah, so as you can see, this production doesn't, you know, get put up alone. We have to have a lot of team and a lot of teamwork and collaboration to make this thing happen. So we all love each other here at the Communications and Journalism Department.
And now, we just heard in our ear, we're going to toss it to Shannon.
So Shannon?
Hello, I am here with Selena and Graydon. They are from the psychology department. So I hear that you guys were able to talk to a lot of students today.
Yeah, we've had a line for most of the morning.
That's really exciting. Psychology is a really popular field. So you are a grad student as well, and do you also do advising?
I am an academic advisor for psychology, specifically.
Nice. So if a student is really interested in the field of psychology, not really know how to get started, what would they do?
So they would probably come talk to us, and that way we can kind of set them on the right path and set them up for success to, you know, what direction they want to go in their career and different options that they have, different opportunities that we can suggest they take, just to essentially get them oriented to the directions they can go in psychology.
And Graydon, your specialty, your faculty and your specialty is in biopsychology, correct?
Cognition and behavioral neuroscience. So
That's really cool. So what kind of fields would people be in?
Degree. Usually the people who pursue kind of biopsychology might be interested in medicine, they might be interested in being sort of a psychiatrist, so an MD/PhD. There's also a lot of interest in sort of understanding the basic mechanisms of neurons and how thought works and how the brain works.
Do you guys have any suggestions for students who are kind of interested in the field?
I guess I would say, like, work backwards, figure out what you want to do in your career, and then, you know, we can help you map out the steps you can take to get there. But I think that's the first step, is like, whatever you want to do in psychology, figure out exactly what your aspirations are for your career, and then make your degree work for you in that way.
Do you want to add anything?
I mean, I don't think I could say it better.
No, that sounds like really great advice. Well, thank you guys so much for talking to us today. We're going to take a quick break before we go back to Manoa Experience coverage.
Empowering others and standing up for positive change. We are molding young minds, bridging ideas, working for peace, encouraging equality, and building communities. We are the faces of the future. We are the College of Social Sciences.
I'm here with Noelle. Noelle, what brings you here to UH at the Manoa Experience?
I'm here just touring the campus, trying to see if this is the place that I want to come for college.
So how's the tour been going? What do you think about it?
It's going pretty good. I've seen a lot of things that I like here, and I think this is the place I'm going to be going.
Ooh, that's awesome. Well, so where are you from and how old are you?
I'm from California, Chino Hills. I'm 18. I just turned 18. What was your other question?
That was it.
Okay.
So what do you think you want to major in?
I'm not decided yet, but maybe fashion or nutrition.
Oh wow, yeah, I loved nutrition. Yeah, it was a really good class, but I'm a journalism major now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what do you think about all of this setup and all the broadcast
All of
setup?
this is pretty cool. I actually do have a YouTube channel. Shout out Noelle Pincus. Go follow me.
What type of channel is it?
It's basically a vlog channel, but I also have some skit vlogs in there where I'm robbing people and I'm stealing boats. It's pretty awesome.
Wow, you're very outgoing. That's awesome. Are there any other colleges that you're thinking about going to?
My hometown college, which is Cal Poly Pomona. I'm thinking about also going there, but I'd rather come to Hawaii, so.
Yeah, we'd love to have you here. And it was great meeting you and interviewing you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And we're going to go back to Shannon.
Ready. This is Liam here at the Manoa Experience 2019 here at the John A. Burns School of Medicine table. Right here, we're going to ask a member of the School of Medicine about maybe his experience. Maybe he can give some students some advice.
Hey guys, so this is the involvement fair? Or?
Sorry. This is the Manoa Experience. We're just looking to maybe you could give some students some advice. Maybe a student who's looking into medicine. Do you, so as you've gone through your career path as like a medicine student, do you have any advice for an incoming freshman looking at the school?
Sure, so incoming freshmen, welcome to UH Manoa. It's a wonderful and beautiful campus. Some big advice is to do well in your classes, but also to make sure you have time for fun. Join clubs that you guys really love and enjoy. Don't feel pressure to join all the pre-med clubs if your heart really isn't into it. But they are great resources.
All right, and your table is one of the most interesting I've seen today. Could you tell us like what you guys are showing people today at this event?
Sure, so right here we have a heart. It's like an animation, and this just shows how a heart normally beats. So every time the heart is squeezing, it's making a lub-dub sound, which is normal. Over here we have stethoscopes, and we had students listen to their own heart and lungs to see what a normal sound looks like. And then over here we have a baby with special heart sounds, and we just wanted them to compare the two. And over here we have a baby with a hard time breathing, and we use the ventilator to help the baby breathe. So we're showing them resuscitation and CPR as well, which are skills that medical students learn in medical school.
All right, well, thank you so much. We're going to turn it back over to Blake and see what she has going on. Blake?
It's Blake here, and I'm here with Tasha and Elise. And what booth are you guys representing today?
We're representing PRSSA, so that's the Public Relations Student Society of America.
Wow, so what does it embody? What is it about?
It's like a pre-professional organization, and we're part of the communications department, and we like help with networking skills, building your own brand. We do a lot of career opportunities, professional development.
Nice, nice. So are you guys both comm majors?
Yes, we are.
We are, yep.
What do you guys love the most about communication?
I don't know.
For me, I think I was always that person that like didn't know exactly what I wanted to do when I was older. So communications is just opening that wide door to like endless possibilities, which I love personally.
Yeah, there's so many options that you can do. Like when you graduate, you can basically work in any field as long as you can communicate well, because I feel like that's really necessary for jobs.
Yeah.
Awesome. So it sounds like a great organization. Thank you so much for letting me interview you, and I hope you guys have the great rest of your day.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're we're gonna go back to Shannon and see where she's at.
I really want to make a story. Their story has been my story. Learning outside the classroom.
Yeah, experience culture, really different.
This is Liam again. We're at the Communication Sciences table, and I have Marcy here. She's willing to tell us a little bit about it. Marcy, could you tell me what's going on at your table today?
Yeah, so hi, I'm a speech-language pathology student in the Communication Sciences and Disorders program, and today we have a slime activity for the students. So we have slime to give away for free, as long as the students can give us a word to describe how the slime feels, how it makes them feel, how it looks, and this is all part of how we as speech-language pathologists kind of work with students in one way is to like get them to use different kind of language and words and vocabulary. So yeah, that's what we are doing today.
And what year of school are you?
I'm a second-year student in the master's program.
All right, as a second-year student, do you have any advice for incoming freshmen looking at the school today?
Oh, for the freshmen looking at the school, you know, just enjoy your experience here, and you're a freshman, be open-minded to all the different programs that they have here and explore, because there's a lot that UH has to offer. Yeah, just have fun.
And what's your favorite part of campus?
Oh, Campus Center, because of all the food that they have and all the choices, Starbucks, Jamba Juice, yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys at this table. I really appreciate it. We're going to take it back to Blake. Blake?
Hey guys, it's Blake, and we only have about 30 more minutes here at the Manoa Experience. And so I'm just gonna go walk around, see how everybody's doing, see how their day's been going. So come on, let's go. So we got over here the Media Lab department in the School of Social Sciences. Hey Tracy, what have you been up to?
So I've just been helping out with our broadcast studio here, and so we're just showing people, like recording them and showing them a script, and they can say whatever they want in front of the camera as well.
Have you been having fun today?
Yes, really fun.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm gonna just toss back to Liam and see what he's up to.
This is Liam again at the Manoa Experience 2019. We are here with students who are looking to help other students in health careers. So I have Joey and Nicole over here, and they're willing to tell us a little bit about their table and what they're offering students today.
So we are the Hawaii Pre-Health Career Corps, and we also have programs like Academy for basically any student in their undergrad, also high school ranging age. So we have workshops like suturing, like fun stuff like this, basically help explore themselves in the health career, and they also can do fun stuff like our stress reliever workshop like that, and we also have tablets for SAT prep and all other fun free stuff. So yeah.
And Nicole, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, basically our promise to students is that if they want to enter a career in healthcare, we will do everything we can to help them get there. We will help them get into college, we'll help them get different certifications, we'll help them with shadowing and mentoring opportunities, all the way up until they enter their healthcare field.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate their advice and hope you visit their table. We're going to take it back to Blake. Blake?
I've been to the Media Center maybe like once or twice. My friend Janice used to work there. Janice Lamb.
We're live. Hi guys, it's Blake here, and I'm here with Nainoa, and he has this amazing piece of equipment. Nainoa, will you tell us about this?
Sure, it is a brushless gimbal. It's called a Zhiyun Crane 2. So basically, it has 3 axes, and it bounces your camera in one way, shape, or form, so you can run around, do a bunch of things, get some really cinematic, cool slow motion shots, and everything is butter smooth. It's great.
Wow. So, what are you majoring in?
I'm actually majoring in ACM, so Academy of Creative Media, so it makes sense that I'm into film as well.
Yeah, so are you planning on making any films or documentaries with that camera?
This camera per se, yes. I would like to make one of my very first short films with this guy to prove that you don't need a really expensive equipment. All you need is the camera in your pocket. Could be your phone, could be something like this, but it's all up to you. And it matters what the story is. Story is king, and it always will be king.
Yeah, so do you mind sharing with us maybe an idea that you have for your upcoming film?
Sure. So actually one of them is called The Pair, and it's basically about this kid finding this really magical pair of shoes, and he actually travels back in time to the original owner, and he kind of walks in his steps, hence why it's called The Pair. And it comes as like a full circle story that the actual two characters meet in real life, and there's a lot of like twists and turns. It's more of like a dramatic comedy, but I'm really stoked to get it out there and hopefully film it on campus.
Wow, that actually sounds like a great storyline.
Thank you.
I'm excited. I hope I can get to see that.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's a great storyline.
Thank you.
Great idea. So, are you a senior right now?
I am technically a junior right now. Yeah, so I have like a couple more semesters in school, and then I am off to bigger and better things, hopefully. If not, then I'd love to get back to the community and back to university as well.
Wow, that's awesome. So, are you thinking about maybe going to LA?
It's either LA or it's New York. It's one of them. So I'm either going to be having a big drought or I'm having a lot of snow. So it's either one of them, but I think I'd be comfortable as long as I get to pursue my passion.
Yeah, no, those are the two best places to do that. So that's great. Yeah, so thank you so much for letting me interview you, and it's been great.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Have a great day.
You too. And
Thank
you guys as well.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go back to Shannon and see what she's doing.
All right, this is Liam again. We have some 3D printed sculptures right here. Just another creative part of UH's art program. If you zoom in on this little part right here, you can see the 3D printer actually in action. Looking for someone to ask about it, but it seems that we're just gonna make our own observations here. But we also, right next to it, we have our glass blowing, and it seems that he is making some beautiful glass sculpture right here. How creative our school can be. Some very interesting work right here. Not 100%. Sir, what are you glass blowing today? It's a dog or wolf. It's up to your own observation right there, but it's beautiful, I will say that. That's some talented artwork. This is the whole art tent that we have today. We've already reviewed a little bit of the painting and the self-portraits. We had some beautiful paintings out here on display, and now we are just showing you the full breadth of our art program here at UH Manoa. It's a beautiful day, lots of people here. People are coming in and out, showing around campus. If you'd like to see more, there's campus tours, and yeah, come on by. We're here till 2. Yeah, so we are going to take it back to Blake and see what's going on at that side of campus. Blake?
What school is this?
Oh,
okay.
it's Blake here, and I'm here with Justin.
Hi.
Justin, what are you doing here?
I'm actually waiting for my classmate. We have to work on a project that's due this Thursday. And I just came out to check out all the different booths.
Yeah. So what brought you here to this booth, the journalism department's booth?
Oh, actually, I saw one of my old classmates from high school, and then she came in. We said hi to each other, and she was like, come, Justin, come. Come do something for me.
Yeah.
And now I'm here.
So what are you majoring in?
I'm a secondary education major. I'm actually graduating this coming May. Yeah.
Wow. So have you done the teleprompter yet?
I have, yeah. It was kind of embarrassing. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, well, it was great meeting you. And
yeah.
Thank you for letting me interview you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
And thanks for stopping by
Yeah.
while you had your busy day already. Awesome. So we're going to go see Shannon.
All right, this is Liam back at the Manoa Experience 2019. It's a beautiful day. We have plenty of people, plenty of booths, and plenty of programs for you to explore. If you have any questions, go up to any of these tables. But yeah, people are filtering in and out. We had quite the crowd earlier. It's kind of tapering down, but we're here till 2 o'clock to answer your questions. So my name is Liam. I'm a sophomore. I am a journalism major, but I did switch my major, which is very common in college. So any of you viewers who are unsure about what you want to do and can't really decide on a major, that's totally fine. You have 4 years to decide. I definitely would consider the College of Social Sciences. They have some wonderful programs in there, including journalism and communications, which I am a part of. And you're welcome to come by the tent and have all your questions answered by the wonderful Media Lab. Yeah, so we are going to actually cut over to Blake, who has another experience for your UH Manoa campus experience. All right, we are going to cut over to Blake. Blake?
It's Blake here, and I'm here with Colin. Colin! Oh, it's Blake here, and I'm here with Colin. Colin, what are you doing here at the Manoa Experience?
Well, I'm the director of the Public Policy Center and the Matsunaga Institute for Peace, so I just came by to check to see how everything is going.
Awesome. So what does how do you pronounce it, Matsunaga?
Matsunaga.
Matsunaga, what is that?
So it is the Peace Studies Center in the College of Social Sciences, and we work on community engagement, peace building, all sorts of things. And then the Public Policy Center is sort of the research arm, and we investigate the costs and benefits of a variety of different public policies that the state might want to adopt.
So are those just two separate jobs, or do those connect in a way?
They're the same job. So the Matsunaga Institute is inside the Public Policy Center.
Oh, wow, interesting. Okay, so do you teach any classes here?
I do, because I'm also a political science professor. So I teach most of the American politics courses, Hawaii politics, and I'm the political analyst for Hawaii News Now. So I get to be on TV a bunch too.
Wow. So how does how do you, if you do, how do you incorporate peace in your political science classes?
Well, I don't actually do so much of that in my classes. I mean, it's mainly more outreach stuff. There are other faculty in the Institute who do much more work on actual peace-building classes, like Maya Satoru-Ing, who's part of the Matsunaga Institute and also is President Obama's sister.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, well, that was great. Thank you for letting me interview you, and it was nice to meet you. Have a great day. Okay, we're going to go to Liam now and see what he's doing.
By the College of Social Sciences.
Ask him about the election.
All right, this is Liam again at the Manoa Experience 2019. I have Nathan here, who's a kinesiology major. Nathan, could you tell us a little about yourself?
I'm currently a sophomore. I graduated from Kameke High School. I'm currently pursuing a bachelor's in strength and conditioning as my immediate career goal, and in the long term, I'm going to go into physical therapy.
Wow, and what made you choose that as your major?
Because I think that I have the intrinsic qualities of altruism to help people out when they're in need, and to educate people on how to develop themselves properly, safely, and for a better gain and for better health.
And do you have any resources that really helped you out that you think an incoming freshman should check out today?
I went to see the pre-health and law advising center over here that helped me figure out the kind of prerequisite needs that I would have to meet if I want to go for places such as physical therapy school.
All right, and do you have any other advice for an incoming freshman watching this video today?
I'd say you should really consider about what you want to get into. If that's your passion, I would highly recommend that, rather than doing something that a person sets down for you just because people put it on a pedestal and that they idolize it. Probably doesn't mean that you will be happy with it in the future. So I highly recommend that you find something that you definitely will pursue and put a passion in, and that will actually take over if what you pursue stresses you out more than when you initially want to pursue it.
All right, that's very inspirational. And do you have any other passions that you pursue here at UH Manoa?
Not anything really right now, but in the future I plan to, yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for talking to us today. I really appreciate it, Nathan. And we're going to cut back to Blake at her Manoa Experience.
Hi Blake here, and I'm live at the Manoa Experience, and it's almost over. As you can see, people are packing up here at the College of Social Sciences booth, and it's been a great day, but I think everybody's tired. It's been hot, but it's been fun. So let's go see how everybody's day went today. Hi guys.
Hi.
How was your guys' day today?
Oh, it's good. It's busy. Tiring.
What were you doing here today?
Well, today we were trying to tell people about the things that we can offer through the College of Social Sciences.
And what would you recommend to students that are just going to enroll in the College of Social Sciences?
Come and see us in academic advising first so we get you on the right track. Make sure you come in for advising. And make sure you explore all of your options because you have a lot of them in social sciences.
Yes, that's great advice. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go over here and see what the booths are up to. They're about to start closing, I think, so we're going to see how their day went, and let's see. Hi, guys. How's your guys' day been? Good? How many students do you think came to your guys' booth today?
I've only been here since noon.
I would mean a lot of students, maybe like 100 or so. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a good amount. So what do you guys do for the psychology department?
I'm a graduate student, and then I'm an undergraduate psychology advisor.
Oh, wow. What about you?
I'm faculty in cognition and behavioral neuroscience.
The what?
Faculty in cognition and behavioral neuroscience.
Oh, wow. So do you guys have any studies you guys are doing right now?
Lots.
Lots?
So pretty much everyone on the board here is doing active research. So.
Oh, wow. So let's check that out. On the faculty? Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much. Okay, so let's see. Hey, guys. What are you guys doing?
Cleaning up our booth, folding up our tablecloth.
How'd it go today?
Great, it was fun. I feel like we had a really good turnout. It was fun seeing everyone interested in social sciences.
Awesome. So you guys are women's studies?
We are, yes.
What is that?
Well, studying women historically and in present day, so just their impacts and effects on the world and kind of just everyday life and so many different aspects. It's pretty broad. Yeah.
Wow. So what do you love the most about the women's studies?
It really opens your mind. You know, it gives you different perspectives to look at normal things. Like I'm a business major, getting my minor in women's studies, so it helps me look at business situations and encounters differently, which kind of sheds some new light on situations. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, what would you say the population or the count of males in women's studies is compared to the women?
We have some male representation today. He's over there, but I think that it depends on the class. We're definitely getting more and more men involved, which is amazing because everyone can benefit from these classes. So I think that right now it's probably a third, but we're hoping to, get it up equal men and women in the classes because this information is valuable and everyone can benefit from it.
Yeah, props to the men wanting to learn about the opposite sex.
Yes,
That's great. Okay, well, it was great meeting you and interviewing you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yes, you too.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, this is Liam again at the Manoa Experience 2019. I have Jessica here, and she's willing to tell us a little bit about her involvement in the Manoa Experience 2019 today. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was here to help patrol the event, make sure the campus is safe, secure, help with the pedestrian traffic, and experience it for myself.
And we really appreciate it. And we're wondering if you could just tell us, for an incoming student coming here, could you tell us maybe your favorite thing to do on the island, your favorite beach or activity?
Like to go to the beach. My favorite is Kaimanas. It's nice and clean, well, it used to be. And barbecue and surf, of course. Hike. I like hiking. That's about it.
And what's your favorite hike?
Willy Willy Nui.
That's a good hike. I've done that myself. All right. Well, thank you so much for answering our questions today. We're going to turn it back to the live studio.
Hi guys, it's Blake here and I'm with Donna. Donna, what are you doing today here at the Manoa Experience?
Well, I am here with Manoa Dining Services and we're at the meal plan tent. That's right next to student housing tent. And we're talking to parents and students about the meal plans and what kind of foods that we have on campus.
Wow, so are you guys talking about nutritional value or are you just talking about, say, like just the types of foods, restaurants?
Mainly about the types of foods, but I'm also a registered dietitian. So I've gotten to speak to a couple of parents who have students coming how we can accommodate their food allergies.
Yeah, so what's the most common food allergy that is brought here to the university?
There are all kinds of allergies. The more challenging ones can maybe be gluten-free. I talked to someone today with a soy allergy. There's dairy, eggs, what else? Nuts, peanuts, tree nuts.
Yeah, I actually have a gluten allergy and I was in the dorms last year and I can personally say that they really accommodated for me and, helped my meal plan and it was actually really nice. So thank you.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked that way.
Yeah. So, are you done with your booth today?
I was actually checking my food service operations because I know we have Starbucks open, and I know maybe half an hour ago it was really crowded.
Yeah.
So I wanted to check and see how they're doing right now. So that's where I was walking to.
Oh, awesome. Well, it was great meeting you, and I hope you had a great day today.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we're gonna go back to Liam and see what he's up to.
From the communications, from the School of Communications, you're gonna say that. What are you
gonna
say?
Okay.
From the School of Communications.
We're good.
Aloha. Okay. See you later. All right, we're here with the whole entire team that put on this live stream. This has been a great day.
School of Communications,
Media
Lab, and Aloha!
So I'd like to say thank you to everybody who works on this today. We have our camera people, we have our Media Lab staff, we have our capstone students from journalism, we have our communications students, we have our faculty and our chair. We have a whole team of people who brought this first time ever live from the Manoa Experience to here. And did we have fun, everybody?
Yes!
If you didn't get a chance to come down here and see us live, you can go on to the College of Social Sciences website at Hawaii EDU, the College of Social Sciences, Hawaii EDU. You can check out all the wonderful degrees and programs that we have to offer in the College of Social Sciences. And to all of us, what do we want to say? Aloha!
Shaka, bra.
Hey, stop recording. Thank you.